Hi, I'm Mark.
And I'm Valerie, and we're at my home. And today we're going to talk about the Securam smart switches.
Yeah, we saw these recently at CES. They're really cool. They come with 3 types. And they sent us these, by the way, for the review.
Yes.
This is a single pole. It's smart because I can control it with the app, turn it on and off, and that's it. But it can only be hooked up to a single pole or it can't be a 3-way circuit in your house. Got to just be a single switch. The single pole 3-way, however, this one here, and we have it in our laundry room, for example, it works in a 3-way circuit. And the cool thing is you don't have to swap out the 3-way switch. So you just swap out the main switch with this, and it automatically knows how to talk to the other switch. And it's smart, all right? And it's smart because it has a motion sensor, but it's not the typical motion sensor.
It's a laser.
It's a laser, which means you got to be right where the laser is for it to be.
Yeah, you actually, it's not like a PIR motion sensor. You actually have to interrupt the beam. So
it's great.
Be right in front of it.
All right. So if your light's in the right position, if someone walks through the beam, great. If not, it's not going to see you. The other thing is that you can program it. So the center button, it turns the switch on and off. And the top and the bottom, that 1 and the 0, you can actually program that in the app to do other actions. So for example, we have it in the laundry room. We could come in, press the top button, turn on the light in Valerie's office, which is where we have this switch. So that's kind of neat, right? It's pretty cool. And then the last one, which we have not installed yet, it's a single pole, but it's a dimmer. So again, only one switch that can be replaced, but it's a dimmer.
So and it has the laser built in.
Oh.
The laser motion sensor.
Laser motion sensor.
Here's the Wi-Fi security dimmer switch. It's a pretty cool package, actually.
Yeah, so it comes with a plate. So if you want, you can use their plate. Okay, so it comes with directions, wire labels. Whenever you install these switches, when you take the other switch out, pull it out, but before you undo the wires, make sure you label the wires and what they are. Otherwise, you're going to forget.
And you're doing wiring in your house in this situation, so always make sure that you turn off the power to where you're doing the install. And if you're not comfortable doing this, hire an electrician.
Absolutely. Comes with a wall plate. So if you have like a different shaped wall switch, like the little toggle switches, you can use their cover. But this will come off, right? This piece here, it's on the front. You can take that off. And then it's just like a regular switch, and then you can use your own wall plate. So it's up to you what you want to do.
That's nice.
And then as far as wiring is concerned, you can see in the back here they've got a place to put all the wires. So there's no pigtails sticking out that you have to wire up. You just put the wires straight in here, right? So they got neutral, they got power, and they got ground. So all the things you need to have in there. What does it say? So there's line, ground, neutral, and then load.
So these do require a neutral wire.
They do require a neutral wire. That's correct. Yep. So, but all the typical things you would have: line and load, neutral and ground. And you just wire it up, and then you install it into the app. Plus, minus, on, off. And this is a dimmer, right? So, brighter, dimmer.
And then at the very bottom here, this little black thing, that is the laser motion sensor.
Yep. And that's the reset pin. So, I can tell you, sometimes, you lose connections on things on Wi-Fi, and you got to reconnect it. Turns out, if you just take a paper clip, click it once, it'll bring the switch back up if it happens to lose connection.
Oh, that's good.
At least I found that. In our house, we have so many Wi-Fi things. We always have goofing with it. And then here's the app that comes with it. And the app is pretty nice. So this is the app. And you'll notice we have other things in here. Securam makes a lot of locks and things like that. So we actually have one of their locks. Works great, by the way. And then they have a thing called the safe monitor. That thing is really cool. Imagine it's like a motion sensor for safes. Except it's not just motion. It's motion, temperature, humidity, and vibration.
Should do a video on that.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. They have a window and door sensor, so if you want to put something on your door or on your window, they have those things as well. And then these two things are hubs. So some of these devices are Bluetooth, the ones here along the top row. They're Bluetooth, and they need the hub, right? And you may need more than one hub if you have a really big house. So we actually have 2. And they sent us all these things to check out. Here's the one in your office. See, that's the on-off switch in your office. So this one here, ready? And I can just press it. And then...
Wow.
It turned the power off in your office.
How do you know?
I don't know. It's the mystery of these smart switches. Did it really turn it off? So anyway, I'll turn it back on because we always leave that switch on. And then the laundry room, same thing. So now in the laundry room, let me open it up here. This is where you see it has the switch. So I can actually press this smart button here and I can say, oh, I want to program. So when the light goes on, right, I also want to turn on Valerie's switch so that I can select her switch and make a routine out of it and turn her light on as well. So there's you can do things
You can do routines in the Securam app with other Securam devices.
with other Securum devices. Now, it does work with Alexa, so I actually have a routine that actually talks to the switches through Alexa. So we aren't just limited to Securum only. If you have something like Alexa where you can have Alexa do the smart routine. So that's kind of a nice to know.
I can't believe you said that so many times and she didn't turn on.
She's not listening well, or I'm mumbling, one or the other.
But it doesn't see the motion sensor in
Yes,
Amazon Echo.
it does not see the motion or the light sensor. So in actuality, that's also a light sensor here.
Oh.
So it doesn't see the light sensor or the motion sensor, unfortunately. It would be neat if it did. Maybe they'll add it in the future, but right now the answer is no. So it's just turned it on, turn it off, or turn it on, turn it off, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Make sense?
Yeah. So all the Securum devices are basically designed to create a secure home. And so you'll see they have locks, switches, door and window sensors so that you can make all those work together. And you can also use them with the Amazon Echo. I'm not going to say her name.
Okay, so those are the Secure Smart Switches.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you.